Okay, hello. I know it is like 1:30 in the morning, but we have another major severe weather outbreak going on. This time in Kentucky, going into Tennessee. We can see this line of some pretty nasty storms here that's affecting parts of Tennessee here. These storms are pretty nasty into Kentucky as well. Arkansas has also been affected by some really severe thunderstorms as well. Um, and these storms have caused a lot of power outages as well. Looking at the lightning strikes, we have a lot, I mean a lot of lightning strikes here. You can see how active these storms are here. You can see right around Hot Springs, Arkansas. Just look at that lighting up there. I mean, I can't even keep track how much lightning there is. This is incredible. Once again, it's mostly occurring over. It looks like though there is pretty close to Hot Springs, Arkansas. This line, it is incredible. Look at the south of Pine Bluff. This is just going nuts here. All this lightning, and it is 1:30 in the morning. And then we have this line as well. That is also pretty nasty as well in Kentucky now and entering Tennessee. It has caused a lot of power outages. So let's go to the power outage map here, and we'll start with Arkansas. We have 125,000, 123,055. Some of these counties are completely out, like Lanoke. I mean, we've had massive infrastructure failures again, I'm sure. A lot of these electric cooperatives rely on old wood infrastructure for their transmission, and that's going to come right down in these storms. Tennessee, also affected. Part of the state is heavily affected, the southwest corner. Kentucky, seeing a lot of outages as well. You could see a lot here in some of these counties. Again, completely out. And again, most of these are cooperatives that have these huge outages, like Farmers, Rec. So a lot of these are cooperatives. You also have Kentucky Utilities as well, experiencing a lot of outages as well. I'm sure this is relying on a lot of wood infrastructure that's failing. We also have Georgia as well that's dealing with 150,000 outages here. I guess these were from other storms in Georgia today. I was not aware of any storms in Georgia today. Perhaps there was earlier. I don't see it right now on the radar, but I guess there was some storms. I do see remnants of some storms here, so I'm guessing that's what it was from. These storms are pretty bad. And going back to this, so again, you see outages in Michigan too. I mean, this whole Midwestern area is just dealing with a lot of power outages. Mississippi, Arkansas, Georgia. It's pretty nuts. So I want to just show you this video here of, we'll just show you, I shared a link to you, but I want to show you what happened in Richmond, Kentucky, because they had quite a bad storm there that hit, and you're going to just show you a couple of clips of what was going on in this storm here. I got to find when it hit. So it hit at about 3 hours ago. You can see the shelf moving in here, right? So look at the trees. They're moving a lot. So there's a lot of wind here. And again, this is the shelf, and this storm may have had a tornado in it. Just looking at the way the winds were shifting around in the storm. So we're just going to look at this briefly here. I already provided you a link so you can rewind the video, but in case you don't want to do that, we'll show you the highlights. But what a storm this was here. This kind of rolled in, and this was 3 hours ago. These storms have been going for quite a while. So again, you can see that shelf just coming in. Look at all the lightning from it. And then we'll move this up a little more. And you can see the winds. And looking at these trees here, I'm amazed the power stayed on because there was some very strong winds here with this. I would say every bit of 50, 60 mile an hour winds with these storms. And you can see it's really, you can see it's starting to kick in now. You see how those trees are moving like that. So these storms mean business. And again, this is quite a significant outbreak of severe weather actually tonight. And these storms did have severe thunderstorm warnings. However, I couldn't find many tornado warnings with these storms. But you could definitely see the lightning, and then as we get more into the storm, you'll see the winds just pick up in here, and it becomes quite windy. And here you go. Here now you're into the storm, and you can see the wind is blowing very, very hard. Every bit of these are probably 50 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts, I would assume here, judging by the way those trees are moving here. There were some power flashes too on here as well that I did see when I was watching this. But you can see here, really uh, intense wind here. Very intense wind. Actually gets worse. We move this along here. Gets even more intense. You could see, looking at that wind blowing there, it's a very intense storm right there. It's a lot of wind. So here, yeah, this is the, look at the flag, and you'll see that the winds shift. So they're coming from one direction, but then they start coming from another direction, which again leads me to believe there may have been a tornado involved with this storm here. The lightning was incredible too. You could see the lightning. There may have even been some hail here. You could see on the camera there might have even been some hail from this. But what a storm this was! I mean, really, just crazy storm it's been going through. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, look at the wind. See now look at how the wind is shifting around. See how it's now shifting around a little bit. Looks like it's coming now from a different direction. That's why I'm thinking there may have been a rain wrapped tornado in this storm here. You know, you're not going to see it because of the rain. That's a power flash. Really, really incredible. See this storm. I just wanted to show you just briefly what it looked like. You can see again the winds just really intense. Look at how those winds are. The wind and the rain. Look at how violently that tree is moving. You know, it's like 50 or 60 mile an hour wind gusts here that we're seeing here at this. So this is very, very intense, this storm here. Look at that flag moving. So yeah, these have to be 50 or 60 mile an hour winds coming through. You can see I even see like what leaves or something getting lofted into the air, which makes me wonder if this is a straight line wind or a possible tornado. The winds do seem to be coming from one direction, but you'll notice that they shift around a little bit. It could just be an RF rear flank. Look at this poor little bird trying to fly against the wind too. So a pretty intense storm. Very intense. You can see how violently those winds are really whipping. Like I said, I'm amazed the power stayed on. So we could watch the storm. That could have been another power flash. But look at that wind and that rain just going. This is a very, very violent thunderstorm. You can see that right here. I mean, you can't even see anything. The wind is so bad. But it just seems like it's shifting around a little bit. So I'm wondering if there was a tornado in there, perhaps. They must have underground power lines in wherever this camera was, because I can't imagine the power staying up. Well, that looked like another power flash. But pretty incredible to see this. I watched the storm a couple of hours ago, but I wanted to show you what was going on here. Look at those winds. Those winds got to be 80 miles an hour. At least 80, 90 mile an hour winds. I'm amazed this thing is still up. Look at that. Look at those winds. That is intense. They're still coming from the same direction. So it seems to be straight line. I wonder if this is another MCC or derecho. Unfortunately, there's no sound with this. But you kind of don't need the sound to know how bad it is. It's really incredible. So Richmond, Kentucky, which is south of, I think south of Lexington, they really got hammered. Look at this. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, this is incredible. You can see it's lasting for a while, too. It's not that brief. It's still going on. So it's another mesoscale convective complex, or almost like a derecho type of thing. Because it's long-lived. It's still going. You're going to see the winds swing around a little bit. As the storm passes, the winds are going to swing around. I mean, the lightning is just incredible. It's just nonstop. I don't see any bolts, but I mean, jeez. See, there's some hail. See it? See it bouncing off? There's some hail right there. So these are some pretty bad storms. Now, we've been seeing a lot more severe weather lately, and this is all part of, again, what we're going to deal with as the climate changes. We're going to see more extremes. Yeah, there's definitely hail falling. Hard to tell how big it is. Looks like it could be large marble-sized hail. But you note, we're going to forward it. You see the wind swinging around now. Now the wind is coming from a different direction. We're going to move this ahead a little bit. And you can see the wind is now coming from to the right to the left instead of from the left to the right. You can see the wind has changed. The wind direction has changed, and it's still pretty strong too. But that was a very intense storm that you saw there, and I wanted to show it to you. I think we just went back again, but only get to the end of the storm here. But you'll see the wind swings around a little bit. Or is it now coming from this? It seems like the wind is, it's hard to tell in the camera, but it does seem like the wind is changing direction a little bit. Which definitely leads me to believe that we have a Scottsville camera. Now, Scottsville was an area that looked like it was getting pounded. Let's see what's going on there. It doesn't look like anything too bad is going on right now, but when I was looking at that radar, it looked like maybe there was something going on there, but we don't see anything too bad right now. But again, a lot of power outages in this area, a lot of damage to the power infrastructure in these areas here. The amount of lightning is just continuing to be insane here as this line now enters Tennessee. So it's the southwestern part of the state got hit hard, and we still have these storms in Arkansas still going nuts. So Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, looks like that whole area is just getting hammered by lots and lots of lightning. Let's see if we can get maybe some cameras for Arkansas here. They don't even have any. Yeah, a lot of these areas don't have a lot of cameras. You can try Arkansas, but I don't think Arkansas. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any from here. We have one here. It doesn't seem like anything is going on there. So, but other than that, I'll wrap it up. I don't want this video being too long, but I figured I'd let you know that we have another major severe outbreak going on tonight in the South. But I wouldn't say the deep South. This is more like Arkansas, Kentucky, and Tennessee seems to be getting the worst of it right now. Particularly Arkansas. They're just getting hammered by these storms. Let's just get some weather observations here. We actually do have an active tornado warning right now out for. Now it's not showing the tornado warning. Clicking right on it, it's a severe thunderstorm warning issued, but it's red, which would lead me to believe that there's a tornado in there. There was a tornado, but for whatever reason, let's go to put up observations here. Let's just see what we've got going on here. If there are any observations in that, I don't see any observations in that at all coming up. Some of these winds were pretty crazy. We have a 52-mile-an-hour wind gust here at this site. Where did it go? 52-mile-an-hour wind gust here at Hochin Meadow. 52-mile-an-hour wind gust. So these are the kind of winds you're dealing with these storms. This site's got northwest wind at 23, gusting to 38. Let's see if we can get some more observations out of this site. It doesn't have too many more. There's another one that's at 32. Alpine. It's got a gust up to 32. We have another one, 36. Livingston Municipal Airport. And I'm sure the winds are much higher than that. I'm sure we're getting, because you saw in that video how strong the winds were. They're definitely way more than that. But some very strong wind gusts. And this definitely does look like a tornado warning. I don't know why it's not showing up as a tornado warning. I'm clicking it. It just says severe thunderstorm warning. The red is a tornado. I'm guessing, yeah, they dropped it. But there was a tornado warning out. Now it's off the map completely. But we do have some pretty strong winds. And let's just take this layer out here. I just want to... Let's get this lower here so I can see the towns some of the towns that got hit by that storm. Let's get or south of Lexington. It seemed to be where there was some really nasty storms here, and that was south of Lexington. Let's see. Let's see. We get Lexington Bluegrass Airport. Let's see what wind observations they had there. Um, yeah, nothing looks too terrible there, but again, it's depends on where. Some sites got more wind than others, and it's kind of hard to say right now where those strong winds were at this point. If we go to the weather service there, all right, we'll just put Lexington, Kentucky in and try to get the weather service office for that area, which is Louisville, Kentucky, and you can see lots of stuff going on. If we go to their Twitter, you'll see that there was a tornado warning. Let's see, severe thunderstorm warning. Yes, there was a tornado warning. They did actually include it, Scottsville, Kentucky, 31 minutes ago. So there was a bad storm over there. So there was a tornado warning active for that. So I guess they did see a tornado, perhaps on the radar. Or let's let's see if we can get the local local storm reports or something. I don't know. They just don't want to provide that information here. But we had some pretty strong winds in some of these sites here. So, but we don't really have. I really would love to get the wind information here from some of these sites here. Unfortunately, let me go back to the weather and hazards map if I want to do that. We're going to have to go back to that and go back here and find some more of those sites here. See if we can get some more observations out of these sites. I don't really. This is taking a lot longer than I wanted it to. I'm tired, so I just wanted to update you on this because it's noteworthy. Let's get some observations. I do have the observations marked, but they're not showing up on here. Of course, they're not showing up. So, it's pretty despicable that how hard it is to get weather information. It really is. It's almost like they don't want you to know what's going on. I'm going to go wind gust here. Let's go to historical on the wind gust. Maybe we'll get some information. It says layer not loaded. So apparently, yeah, the site is not. Oh, here we go. Got some wind gusts here, but I'm telling you, the wind in that video was way worse than what this is leading people on to believe. So, whatever the case is, there were stronger wind gusts that just weren't noted. Certainly, maybe there was some kind of rotation in that storm. Here's a 55-mile-an-hour wind gust reported at Triangle Mountain from these storms. So this gives you an idea of the winds. Here's a 49-mile-an-hour wind gust at Adair County High School. 48-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. So if we put the wind gusts on here, it'll show you where the winds are. Then they have these Arkansas storms too. The winds don't seem to be quite as bad with these. Well, they're still up there, 43, 40. But what we saw in that video was definitely way stronger than that. So this video was long enough. I just wanted to update you on this again. We have a noteworthy severe weather outbreak going on right now. 564 strikes just in this area. Oh my God, these lightning is going nuts here. I wish there was a camera for Hot Springs, Arkansas. You'd think they would have a camera. Let's try Hot Springs because the lightning has got to be going nuts there, and I really would love to show it to you. I don't know where that is. Rain, Durham. No, it's west. It's Wisconsin. I mean, come on. It's nothing. Let's try this. I mean, it's like a very popular tourist destination. They don't have a live camera there, really? That's ridiculous. You really want to... And you go here, I think they only have is stills. I think this place is all... Or most of these are down. Yeah, Hot Springs is down. Most of these don't even work. It's pathetic. You're trying to find that information. You can't even... especially at the Midwest, these Midwestern states. It's just not very good, I'll go to some of these sites here. I don't know, maybe these have some There's nothing. All right, they have something, but these might just be still pictures. That's no use to anyone. No hot springs, so that's what I'm kind of curious as to what's going on in hot springs, but there's nothing. Yeah, they don't have anything. Hey, I tried my best, you know. There's nothing available. I don't know why they don't have anything available. Leave it to these backward southern states not to have live cameras. But anyway, that is going to be it. So this video is long enough. So again, severe weather outbreak, notable severe weather outbreak going on in the South, not the deep South, but Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky right now still getting hit. So that's it. Thank you for watching.